Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
This is Smith. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
One.
Here's Foles. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a nice spin into some open field. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good game.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes you've got a tight end who can do that. That allows that toss play to get called often during a game.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Any weapon.
Five nine.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
95-56, 95-56.
Check 4, check 4, check 4.
Hey, kill.
Tackle.
Hey, easy.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
On 2nd and goal, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Kill. Hey, kill.
Breeze going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Foles. Chark's got it left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check. You got nothing to that.
Breeze now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Kill.
Check over. 6-6. Pull it high.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On the ground, this is Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
13.
Crunch time, defense.
Now Breeze on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yards.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go deep for Conley. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
47's the mic, boy. 47.
Now Foles. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Flat.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Bravo. I'm coming for you, son. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. 0-2.
Let him know.
Hey, orbit.
44's mic. Check. All day, every day.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 76 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, easy. Give me some. Here we go.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
12.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sammy!
Mike Bobo.
Hey, Charlie!
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball! On the ball!
All you get is a headache.
They begin with a run by Smith. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And able to find Conley. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Flat. Joker. 61, matchbox, lights. Crunch. Yeah. Here we go.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
5-9.
Here's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
21. We go 21.
Hey, Delta.
Breeze now. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11 on the carry. Here's Smith. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Shedding the tackle. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Hey, easy. Come to my work. You're good, you're good. High 4, ready.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it is 28-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
X3, 218.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Under. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Hey, kill.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Mike spoke well. Watch the run. 11. 44 is the Mike. Hey, Alpha. Watch QB drop. Watch QB do.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and 9, Foles looking long for Westbrook. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jaguars, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.